Hello, hello. I believe we are live. Hey, everybody out there. How's everybody doing today? Tuesday. We are live for our Nexus ecosystem TruBadger AMA Tuesday, like we do every Tuesday, and we're excited to be here. Good to see you guys out there. You're all looking fantastic, and we've got some cool stuff happening today, some updates, and the latest is right here, where you can get from our founders, our partners, our DAO members here, and we're going to deliver some cool stuff for you today. So without further ado, I'm going to pass it over to that good-looking man with the TruBadger hat on there.
Hey, buddy. How you
Peter
doing
Danner. Oh, amazing. I'm ready to rock and roll. How about you?
I'm terrific. Doing very well. So let me see. How come you're on the screen only, buddy? Is it everybody just have you?
I hope so. I don't know. Dawn, can you see everybody? Can you see us?
I do. You just probably need to change the view. I see all of you.
You probably just have it on your favorites option just to see me.
Just you. Yeah, I have it locked in. I have you pinned or something, right?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can unpin you, right? So, well, I wanted to get my screen up there, my screensaver, but when Dawn talked, she came in your place, but I'm talking and I'm not going as the main speaker. I don't know why.
Let's see. Let's try.
Pin me. There you go.
You good? Everybody good?
Can you guys see my screen?
Let's see. Steve might
They only see the person speaking. But you can see me when I speak, right, Steve? Okay, excellent. All right, good. Thank you, Keith. Steve, Keith. All right, excellent. Oh, you can see it on Dawn's as well, too. So anyway, guys, this AMA, we are going to announce a new partnership that we're going into, which is a company called Reveal. Dawn, maybe you want to pull their site up and we'll talk a little bit about them and what we're doing. You guys can see on the right-hand side, of course, we have our projects, TruBadger, Catapult, Safu, NSI, Community NFT Project, and Crypto Gods, all making progress, all moving forward. Now, on the other side of Dawn, you have Otherverse, Muon Network, Stardom Chance, which is Star Babies, which we're going to talk about a little bit about today as well, is Star Babies, what we believe the potential is there, and a lot of the things that are starting to line up there. And then our new partners, which is Reveal. Reveal comes to us through, matter of fact, one of the founders has been friends with Jan for quite some time, as well as came from some other sources that we know, Barlos and some of the other people that we know. They've had long-standing relationships with these guys in other businesses for a very long time. So it is a fully doxed team. It is in the security space. Adam, one of the founders, has had an extensive career in cybersecurity, in the internet and stuff like that. And they're taking that and moving that into the NFT space, digital assets. And we are partnering with them to eventually use their technology to protect our NFTs and the things that we're doing. So Reveal is they're getting ready to launch a token. They're going to be launching it directly on, and we're not participating directly in the early phase of it. They're going directly to KuCoin. So they will be on KuCoin here in about a week that their token is coming out. This is more about a partnership than it is necessarily the token side of things. But we're pretty excited about what they do. So they have an anti-duplication software, anti-screenshot, so someone can't just screenshot an NFT and say they own it, anti-alteration, anti-counterfeit, anti-infringement, and then, of course, anti-fraud. So they're working on that. Some of the quick things that we'll go over real quick. Again, guys, this is about partnerships. So they're going to be putting us on their site. We're going to put them on our site. And we've got that cross audience going there. You guys know last week we were put up on Muon site. So now we are on Otherverse's site. We're on Muon site. We are on Reveal's site. Eventually we'll be on Stardom's site as a partner. This is just getting us more exposure to the brand and growing it. And of course, there's that third-party credibility side of things. So we're really just getting started with this. Matter of fact, Ron is going to have to find a new format for the screen, because I think we can maybe raise it one more level up and put one more partner on the other side. And then maybe we got to go 2 rows or something like that for the different partnerships and the different things that we're putting together to move this. So we won't spend a lot of time on this, guys. We're excited about the partnership. We're excited about the potential that can bring. You guys know one of our most important things is security in this space, right? We believe that if it wasn't for the scam artists, and if it wasn't for bad project owners, whether they're scamming or whether they just do a bad job of running things, I believe crypto would be 10 times where it is right now, right? It would just be dominating out there. One of the biggest drags on it is fraud, right? It is the scams, the bad projects and stuff like that is the biggest drag right now on the market that's out there. So we're looking forward to working with them in a partnership in order to prevent this from happening. And again, great team. Real quick, guys, if we could just jump down to here's their team. So Mo, Barlos has been friends with him for many, many years. Adam, of course, which we already mentioned. And then there's Bernard, and there's Eric, and then Georgina. So they have a team. And the good thing is they have a woman on their team, right? So there's not a lot of crypto projects, like us and a few other ones, that actually does have a woman on their team. But one of the most impressive things that we looked at is the team of advisors that they put together. If you can scroll back, to where we'll go each by each on here on what they've done. So, and I don't know how to pronounce the name. Karnika, I guess, is his name, co-founder, Forward Protocol. Forward Protocol is a decent sized project, right? You've got Alan Smith of Metaverse. You've got the CEO of NFT Technologies. And then, if you keep going through here, Alex, Director of Business Development at HBAR. So guys, if you don't know what HBAR is a hash graph. It's not necessarily a blockchain, but they're actually up and coming. This project got a grant from HBAR in order to build their technology and put it on there. And so one of their directors of business development is on their board. Enzo, great story, guys. Young kid. Starts collecting Bitcoin, playing video games, gets distracted, and then ends up forgetting really kind of about his Bitcoin, finds out that it went to $1,000. Oh, and by the way, I'm a billionaire today kind of thing, right? So kind of a dream come true story for it, but he's become very, very influential in the NFT space, right? Went ahead and started to invest in just a ton of companies that have absolutely become juggernauts in the industry. So his track record is unbelievable when it comes to that type of stuff. Amelia specialized in decentralized finance. You've got Liam down there. Jason is supposedly at this point the #1 person in the world for tokenomics, right? He's an expert in tokenomics I'm putting together. And of course, you guys know Brian Schuster of Otherverse. Now, here's the crazy thing, right? We're working with Otherverse over here. We don't know that he's working with Reveal. And then all of a sudden, through another source. Now, I talked to Reveal about a year ago. They were very early on in their process, hadn't really made a lot of progress. They've been working on it for a year through Jan. And then Barlos calls me and said, hey, I want to get you on the phone with these guys. So really, there were 3 points of contact here through the, verification that they're working with Otherverse, through the verification of working, knowing Jan for quite some time. And then also the relationship that Barlos has with Mo. So we're excited about this partnership, guys. And of course, they have other people, the NFT3 awards. I mean, just the list goes on and on. These are their partnerships that they're doing. We're actually working with Uplift on the Otherverse, on working on that side of it. So we'll be also connecting with some of their other partners and the other things that they're doing through the space. So it's getting to be exciting, guys. We're starting to move in the direction of being able to that third-party credibility, connecting with other audiences. And of course, you always have, when their token takes off, it bars we can borrow credibility, and the same thing. They get to say, oh, and by the way, guys, they are excited to be involved with the Nexus ecosystem, right? These are not just, hey, oh, great, please, please, please put us on your site. These projects are excited to announce us as their, partnerships as well, and to work with it. Matter of fact, when we were working with Muon, they had actually, when we got on the first phone call with the main people, they're like, man, you guys have the most amazing community. It was unbelievable. Already people are engaging, talking about Nexus. So definitely we're creating value for them. They're creating value for us. And it's really building that core group of companies that are for real, right? So if you're on our site and we're on your site, then you're a for real company, and we're going to be able to work together and put it there. One of the other things too, guys, is, and we had it where there's a lot of scam artists in this space. So if somebody puts Nexus on their website, you can always come on an AMA and ask, hey, are you guys really partners and working with this group? Because there are people that will grab logos and just slap them up there. If we're partners with somebody, they're going to be on our website and we'll be on their website. So there won't be any side where somebody would be able to announce just having us on their website. We're usually the fastest, right? Like they'll, Moana took a little while. Stardom hasn't done it yet, right? Reveal hasn't done. They're a little slower than we are, but we'll always be first. So if somebody announces us and you go to their website and they're not on ours yet, then they're probably just making it up. All right. So I just want to put that out there. We have to, it's sad that we're in a space where you have to go, oh, by the way, just because we're on their site doesn't mean we're really partners, but that's just the way this space goes. All right. So let's go to Stardom. Let's go to Stardom Babies. You guys know that eventually we'll bring out Stardom Token DAO. Stardom Token DAO is going to be a decentralized model of Stardom Chance LLC. Yesterday we were on the phone with somebody who's a veteran in the film industry. They usually spend about 3.5 million pounds on their films, which is about $5 million US that they'll spend on an average film. They have been very successful in the film industry out of the UK. And I got to tell you, Jonathan, the gentleman that runs it, loves the Stardom Chance model, right? These are film people. I've talked to other people in the film industry, the guys out of LA. They love the Stardom model, right? These are people that understand the film industry. They've looked at the model and said, Jeff, you've got something here. This is going to be incredible to be a part of it. And of course, we partnered with them. So the first real way for us to participate in this, because I had a few people say, yeah, but Star Babies, that's all great, but I don't want to be in a movie. Well, guess what? I don't either, right? Because if I wanted to be in one, I'd probably make one, and I'd be the star, and I'd be the director, and I'd be the producer, right? I'd just do it all, right? I'd be the grip. It'd be like the credits would be Peter Gantner, if that's really what I wanted to do. But I don't want to be in the films. However, I don't know if I really need to be in a film in order to support a project that is going to change the world, right? I'm gonna come down to it. You'll never see Peter Gantner wearing lipstick, right? But if somebody came to me with a great idea, a lipstick that I said, man, there are 100 million women out there that are going to use this lipstick because it's perfect lipstick, right? You put it on like once a week. It never comes off. It never gets messed up. You can't smear it, right? None of that stuff. It is like 1 week lipstick. And I know that my wife hates when she has to carry it around with her and she puts it on. Now, I'm not a lipstick person. I don't have to be to look at it and go, there are 100 million people that would buy this lipstick. It's a $9 a tube or $90 a tube, whatever it is. And that means what? $9 billion a year or a month in revenue, right? Or whatever, how many times a year you buy lipstick, right? So I get that point, right? So now let's look at it from the Stardom possibility. So you're sitting there going, I don't want to be in a film. All right, let's say there's 8 billion people on the planet, essentially, right? Out of those 8 billion, so we're making 10,000 NFTs. That's the max that'll be the top floor of it. So let's look at it from an economic side of things of this. So supply and demand. If everybody here understands the laws of supply and demand, put a 1 in the chat, okay? Just put a 1 in if you understand that if it's a low supply and high demand, that there is the possibility for it to go up in value, right? That's really what it comes down to, right? If there's 1,000 people that want something and there's only 100 of them, there's a chance, a strong chance that it will go to 1,000 or it'll go up at least $1 or $5 or $10 or $20. And if the passion level of those 1,000 people are extremely high, then it could even go up in multipliers, right? 5, 10, 20 times. We've all seen it, right? An iPhone coming out, people stand in line for days, and then somebody to be the first early one to get it will pay $5,000 for a $1,000 phone. Do we all agree that that happens, right? That there are people that are so passionate that they will pay an exorbitant amount of money just to do something first or early, even though in a day or a week, they know that you'd be able to buy it for a lot less, right? So supply and demand in this passion side of things is huge. So let's look at it from the stardom standpoint. I'm going to give you my viewpoint on it. Okay, so first of all, don't want to be in a movie myself at this point. However, I do know that at least out of 8 billion people on the planet, I could easily say there's at least 10,000 people that do want to be in a movie. If you agree with me, put a 1 in the chat. There's at least 10,000 people on this planet that would do anything to be in a movie. Anything, right? They'd like cut off a finger, right? If they needed to, they could be in a film because it's their life, it's their passion, it's their drive. Okay, so that's 10,000 out of. So we know that at least the supply, there's 10,000 super passionate people, and there's 10,000 of them. So we know that boom, that should be pretty easy at some point once we connect with those people. Could we say that there's 100,000 people? Put a 2 in if you believe there's 100,000 people that would be passionate enough to do just about anything to be in a film, right? All right, so that means supply and demand is a 10x above what the supply is. That's beginning to move in supply and demand. The passion is there, right? They would do anything to be in a film, right? To be a part of a film, shadow a director, being an audience member, right? Being honest, guys, if you've spent more than an hour standing in line for something in your life, put a 3 in the chat. Put a 3 in the chat. Like you literally stood in line for over an hour. You took an hour of your time to stand in line to get like a burrito. Oh, look, okay, guys, chicken sandwiches, Popeye's chicken sandwich, right? Was there a time, seriously, was there a time when people were spending 3 and 4 hours in line to get a freaking chicken sandwich, right? Why? Passion, desire, supply and demand. There's this whole thing that's there. So, okay. So 100,000 people, 10x, right? Now, could we say out of 8 billion people that there are 1 million people that would, so it was do anything, almost do anything, that would do a lot to be in a film, right? They would go out of their way to have a speaking role in a film. Could we say clearly, put a 4 in if you believe there's at least 1 million people on this planet? Okay, so let's now look at supply and demand issue again. There's 10,000 of them. Of those, hundreds will get a guaranteed speaking role in a film. It'll be added to it all the time. So like a new film is announced, 10 more people will get a chance, right? So, and this is one of the things I want to clear up. Anyone who has one of these 10,000 has the opportunity to be in a speaking role in a film. There are some that are guaranteed. The other people will apply and say, yeah, I want to go and be part of this film. And they'll be randomly selected, right? Boom, 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 boom. Another 10 people, another 20, another 30, another 40. The idea of stardom is eventually to do 3-4 films a month, right? Have the 3 or 4 reality shows up and running. So I believe at some point, if anybody who holds one of these will get an opportunity to either go to a premiere, be a speaking role in a film, be an extra in a film, shadow a director, right? Everyone will get one of those opportunities if you're holding one of these NFTs moving forward because of the way that it is. So we've got 1 million people just on one of the subjects of it that would want to do it, but there's only 10,000 of them out there. What's that ratio? 100 to 1. 100 to 1 people that are passionate. So could I say, personally myself, that if I purchased one of these, especially now at a few $100s, right? Because it's cute art, right? I actually think there's some movie fans out there, guys, okay, that are there's going to be a character that has a mixed mashup. Let's talk about the art. So we talked about the utility of it. Let's talk about the art of it, right? I believe there's going to be some matchups out there that, and I'm going to, right back to here, which is Bored Ape Yachts, right? Why did they take off? Because there were some stars that looked at the apes and said, that's my ape, right? It kind of looks like me. And they were willing to pay exorbitant amounts of money in order to buy the ape so they wanted to get into NFTs. They wanted to be part of the yacht club. They wanted to own it and it looked like them. Okay. So now let's go back to Star Babies, right? We're here, we're at Star Babies. Okay. There are mega fans of these films, right? Of this property, of these things that are out there, right? I believe we're going to have people that just for the art alone, right? Freddy Krueger mask with a bar of soap from Fight Club and ET flying in. They're going to be like, I'm an ET fan. I love Fight Club. And darn it, Freddy Krueger's my jam, right? And they're going to need to have that NFT. And they're going to say, I'm willing to pay $500 for it. I'm willing to pay $600. I'm willing to, in digital assets, I'm willing to pay more than the original price because I've got to own that one. That needs to be my profile picture. I want to be the person that owns this. So I think we've got it on the art side here. We definitely have it on the utility side when it comes to supply and demand in moving things forward and making it happen. So, Rhonda, anything you'd like to add to this so far?
I would, and
that was perfect, Rhonda. Amazing.
You're welcome.
You just blew it away.
Happy to be here.
With what Rhonda just said right there, guys, you have to go and get a Star Baby. She knocked it out of the park, didn't she? Amazing. No, I'm just teasing. So seriously, guys, Rhonda's going to tell you about the social media stuff that we're doing, the partnerships that we're working with. Go ahead, Rhonda. I'm going to let you go ahead and get into it right now.
I have one question. Who put a quarter in Peter today? And I love it. I love it. So I do want to share something that we're just rolling out. And we talked a couple of times about the power of the people that are supporting the social media side of this. And it is considerable. I think that Jeff, who was on the call last week, he doesn't stop. I get at least 3 calls a day where he adds somebody to the, so-and-so is going to talk about us. And so I got the slowest computer in the world here. So we are starting to roll out the social media, and here's just three of of the folks that are going to be purchasing their own NFT first off, then posting a live on their TikTok or Facebook or Instagram or whatever, saying, I love these. I just bought mine, or I'm on the A list. This is a cool project. And they're going to be posting for like the entire week during the A list, while the A list is open for registration to get onto that pre-mint stage. So we've got NFT Works, which is a couple of guys, Adam and David. They're out of the UK. They are NFT specialists, and they've got well over 50,000 followers, customers, people in their community. Not just, people who like and follow them on Facebook, but in their community, active in their community. Then you've got Byron Scott.
Okay, Rhonda, I got to stop you there because I got to brag. Okay. So the NFT Works guys have worked on about 50 projects right now. Okay. And I've got to tell you, I have the texts and the emails from them. They have their opinion of what's going on here with Star Babies is incredible, right? But it's not only that. They have never seen a project that has been as well put together. Remember, they've worked on 50 projects, guys. 50 different NFT projects. So probably there's probably not very many people that have worked on any more projects than that, right? They're one of the leaders in it. By the way, their 55.5K are NFT collectors, okay?
Mhm.
So these are not just
Their audience.
55,000 regular people. These are NFT collectors. They're also working with a couple of other influencers that will be announcing soon that have much bigger audiences, okay? Much bigger. We're not going to get into size until we get to that point, but much bigger audiences. But I've got to tell you guys, they have said they've never seen art, the verbiage, the documentation, the post. They have never seen a project that has been this well put together. They're normally a fee-based project. So you come to them, they say, we'll charge you X amount of dollars and you pay them. They are doing this completely on a payment for what NFTs they move. So on a performance basis, because they believe so much in the Stardom Chance model and Star Babies and what it put together. And they did the same analysis that I did. They said, how many people in the world want to be in movies? And here's their opportunity. How many people want to go to premieres and have never done it before, right? Let me ask you guys a quick question in there, and I'm going to turn it back over to Rhonda. How many of you guys have actually been to a real Hollywood movie premiere? If so, put a 1 in the chat. Out of everybody that's on here, how many people have been? Lois, you're cheating because I got you there, okay? You're cheating, right? So it's because she knows me is why she got to go, right? So guys, here we have an audience of, I think there's 40 or 50 people that are on the Zoom. We've got people on the live there, and very few people had. And it's a neat experience, right? I can tell you the red carpet stuff, the swag that's given away, movie premieres are very cool to go to. So that's what's attracting NFT Works to this, because of the utility of it and then what we've put together. So if we've put together one of the best campaigns out there, then, you know, they're going to do extremely well. They're very confident in their ability to really help us move these NFTs. And guys, why are we talking so much about this today? I do not want anybody to come back and say, well, Peter, why didn't you tell us what the opportunity was for Star Babies, how much potential it has? This could be, and again, there's always a risk, there's that side of it. This could be our Bored Ape Yachts, right? This could be our project that there's a limited supply, a high demand. It goes out to millions and millions and millions and millions of people, right? I mean, right here, if we're talking about it, we're at 200,000, 350. We're at 400,000 just with these three. Though, and this is just the beginning, by the way, right? So we got 400K exposure right here. I have to say, Byron Scott, if you go look at his social media, he does not promote a lot of things. His stuff is about football and who he's hanging out with. He's one of the coaches. Rhonda will explain to you who he is. But these are not people that normally, they're not the every day they're promoting something new. They haven't really utilized their social media in that fashion. At least Byron has not, to do this type of thing. He loves the concept and the idea of Stardom Chance. Okay, go ahead, Rhonda.
And Byron in particular, I think wants to get that SAG card. And I've been watching his social media, and he's real excited, he's made hints here and there that he wants to kind of get into acting, because he is a former NBA player, former coach, and, you know, very well known in that sports arena. And his wife, Cece, is on the reality show Basketball Wives, and has her own social footprint. And she's a nurse and has nonprofits that she supports. Amazing, massive following. And the same thing, neither one of them are in acting. No, neither one of them are. Well, Cece probably has her SAG card. Maybe he
Yeah.
wants to match it because she's
Yeah,
got hers,
exactly.
and she
Philip
doesn't
asked
have
an
her.
important question. Is Byron Scott of the Lakers? And the answer is absolutely yes.
Absolutely, yes.
This is Byron Scott of the
Of
Lakers.
Yeah.
He's their coach, right? He played on it as well, right? I think he's won what, 3 NBA championships? Is it 2 or 3? Something like that.
Yeah, I don't follow that, but I've seen the images on his social media, and he's hanging out with all the cool folks from the Lakers. So he is, and he's a great guy. Everything that he's got on his social media is really, they're good people. That all of these folks are good people, and as you said, Peter, they aren't doing this because this is what they do for a living. You know, they get paid to do influencing. They're doing it because they love the concept of, and they like the project, etc. And as Peter indicated, this is the first 3 that we're sort of, you know, giving you the names and the numbers for. There's 60 people on this list of people that are going to influence and share, and they're buying their own NFT, and then they're talking about it and putting it out there. So what we create for this group of influencers is what we're posting in our own social media, and what we're posting obviously on Stardom Chance. So everything that you need to do posting for your own purposes, all you have to do is copy and paste what we're doing, and just step and repeat, because we're providing it all. And by being able to create all of this content for these influencers, it's so easy for them to fulfill that requirement. They're like, if you give me those tools, I will absolutely do whatever you need me to do, because they don't have to spend the time developing them. So we're making it seriously simple. We've started a series of posts. And this likens back to that question, you know, who wants to be in the movies? And if you're an actor or an actress, you're trying to break into it, they just think, oh man, if I was the one who uttered that sentence, Toto, I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. That would change an actor's life. It changed Judy Garland's life, right? All these one-liner icons that come from these films that we all know, and we use them every day. You know, well, probably not every day, but everybody has said from Forrest Gump, life is like a box of chocolates. And to be the actor who uttered those words is massive. So these are some of the social media posts that we're going to be putting out there to garner that interest and excitement. And that's going to continue to build as we get closer. Very quickly, Peter, and then I'll pass it back. Right now, the A-list registration, we're trying to get the site open earlier so that people can get a reminder when it's actually open, but we're planning to open that up on the 8th. It'll run through the 14th. Mint day is the 15th of July for the A-listers, and then public sale is on the 16th. And thankfully, we're reserving some NFTs for the public sale, because I can't see how on this planet we sold out 4,000 NFTs in 12 hours for MMAC, and that was us. That was, you know, us and a few from the MMAC community, right? We've got all these influencers who are coming in on this. They're gonna bowl right over us, and those could be gone. So this opportunity right now to get in like pre, because we're here, thank goodness, because we may not make it on the A-list. What if we don't? What if they fill it all up? And we're fighting to get on our own A-list. It's like, no. So I feel like this pre-opportunity is just a slam dunk. It's the easiest way. It's less expensive and so easy. And I'm excited to see just how quickly this just spirals and how fun it'll be to watch. And you'll start seeing, if you, as we post the different influencers, I put it in Discord already, the NFT Works social media. So there are their links to their social medias are in there. Follow, like, comment, support their activities. You'll start seeing when they start to post, And then Byron Scott's going to start to post, and then CC Gutierrez is going to start to post, and then. So you're going to see this all over the place, not just on, my feed or Marty's feed or, Peter's feed or the people that we know and expect to see it from, but it's going to pop up all over the place, and it'll be fun to watch.
Awesome. Well, Damon asked a great question. How much is it for these NFTs? So they're going to be $300 each on the public sale. If you get A-listed, they're going to be $250. We've put together a very unique opportunity because we've basically delayed this for a few weeks. A lot of it is because the NFT guys came on board. They said, hey, we need a little bit more time. We had already had it set to go. And of course, need to get some flowing cash coming in. And so we said, you know what? I was thinking about it. And I said, hey guys, would you be willing to give a discount and do $200 just for the Nexus community, like a pre-sale, right? Before the whitelist, or A-list as we call it here, being in the movies. They agreed to go ahead and do that. And so, we were thinking, man, we need like 1,000 of these. And we're like, well, I can't give you 1,000, but we'll give 500 of these for people to be able to pre-purchase. So there'll be some people in the community that will have to wait till the far side of it. Another side of this too, guys, is once it goes into the A-list side and the public sale, you can't do it right now in this early one, but people will be able to use their credit cards, and these NFTs will be what's called custodianed. They don't have to go get a wallet. So we don't have to get people to go to help.trubadger.io to go get into the space. If somebody says, man, I want to be in the movies, they'll be able to take their credit card out, pay the $250 or $300, and then they'll own that NFT. They'll put their information in, so it'll be still assigned to them so they can use it to be in the movie. They never have to take possession of it if they don't want to. Now, at some point, they go, oh, I want it now. They can go get a wallet, and then they can transfer it to their own wallet, but they will hold it securely and safely for as long as it takes in order for them. And they still get to use the benefits of the club, even though the custodianship is held by them. So, and I want you guys to look at what Rhonda has on the stage right here, or on the screen. Think of some of the matchups that can come out of this formulation here, right? When these things start getting mixed and moved around. And Rhonda's put out a few of the things, but I think that the software is going to do an amazing job of mixing these things up. And on reveal day, it's going to be incredible. There are going to be some that are going to make people laugh. Some that are going to get people to go, oh my goodness, wow. Because what we've done is, not only are there these 10 that are on the screen right now, but we've created 50 other items, right? That are just crazy, right? Masks that are there, brooms, bars of soap, right? For Fight Club. The list goes on and on as these begin to mix and match and come together and formulate. So it's pretty cool. You got the one there, you've got, let's see, E.T. in the background. You've got the groundhog from Groundhog Day. You've got Apollo 13. You've got Back to the Future. That is one NFT with 4 separate, representations in one thing. So imagine somebody being a fan of 2 or 3 or 5 movies and having an NFT represent it. What is it that they would pay for it, right? And that's the key. Remember, there's the primary market sale, and then there's a secondary. Okay, so now I want to cover one more thing, and then I'm going to turn it back over to Rhonda. She's going to get a buzzer so she can mute me at some point here, but she loves me.
We ordered it from Amazon, but I think they delivered it to your house instead.
It's on back order. I forgot to tell you it's on back order for 12 years. So here's the key, guys. What we're looking at is saying, look, 400,000 people already confirmed for getting this out there, right? More coming. And I'm going to tell you right now, it will be in the millions of people will be exposed to Star Babies, right? Through social media, millions. Okay, minimum millions. Our goal is 100 million people, to get it done. Here's the key. Is this the project that then gets people to go, wow, what else are you guys doing? Oh, we've done MMAC. Oh, we've done Crypto Gods. Oh, we're doing this project with Margaret Johansson that's in the green space, right? So this is I believe our chance, a very good chance for us to have the home run in the space that moves things up. So if you look at what Yoga Labs has done, which is the founder of, I go to real world stuff, okay? Yoga Labs bought the CryptoPunks, okay? They bought the intellectual property, that side of it, right? Well, they just released their plan, and their plan is we're not going to cheesy it up. And literally they had the greatest sales day they've had all year long, right? In it. And they bought other properties. And as they buy these properties up, these properties boom. Why? Because of their success with Bored Ape Yacht, right? That success has benchmarked them to where people look at it and go, if they're involved with it, I'm going to get involved with it. That's what we're looking for with what we're doing. So when we are ready here shortly to launch our marketplace, if we have a home run NFT series, then our marketplace is what? Going to get more traction because we could do special things on that site. If this NFT series is a home run, then what does that do for MMAC? It should give it more exposure and help get that going. If it, this is why community works, guys, because we're able to take the power of many and apply it towards the success of it. So a rising tide, you guys know we love rising tide raises all ships, right? So this is part of that ocean, right? And so if this becomes a super home run, then that is going to give us the opportunity to then move forward from there. So if you have the fund available, you like the concept, you think like I do, that and I'm going to tell you guys right now, I believe personally, there's at least 500 million people on this planet that would do just about anything to be in a film, right? At least 500 million people that if they could get a speaking role in the movie, right, that would do it. So that's 1 in 16 people, I think, would at least, spend a decent sum of money, would stand in line forever, right? Would do something significant in order to be in it. So when I look at it and say 10,000 of them, 500 million people, supply and demand, this has fantastic potential to be a home run project, especially with the additional marketing and stuff that's going to be taking place outside. All right, go ahead, Rhonda, take it away.
I had, there's a couple of other interesting twists to what's happening here. And I saw some comments in the chat. So we talked earlier, Peter talked earlier about the partnership side of things. And so we typically use Catapult Swap for all of our NFT launches and token launches, everything. So right now, when you buy this internal, friends and family NFT offering, it's on Catapult Swap. Once we go to the public pre-mint, A-list mint, and then public sale, we're going onto someone else's platform, another partner that we've become, aware of, that we're working with, that works with Stardom Chance and is helping them build all their technology. So if you are on Catapult Swap, you're not automatically on the A-list. Typically, if you're in Catapult Swap, it's very easy for you to just instantly get on that pre-sale, that registration ahead. So we're going to have to pay attention here,
Rhonda, you hit it very well. This is your A-list pre-sale, guys. This is the guaranteed A-list pre-sale. 500 spots, guys. Once it goes to the other one, we're going to be just like everybody else. We're going to have to go over there and register and put it in. How fast it goes, I don't know. There won't be 10,000 spots over there, right? So there will be, of the 10,000, if we hit that number, 1,000 will go to treasuries and contests. So that's 9,000. We're doing 500. That's 8,500. We will probably save 1,000 to 1,500 for the public sale. Okay. So there'll probably be about 7,000 to 7,500 that will be available for this A-list sale to the general public on that side of it. Okay.
And so how many, Peter?
About
7,000?
7,000 spots
About
at the
7,000.
most. And that's not 7,000 people, because
Right.
there are people that are, I know
They're
of at
buying
least
more than one,
30
right?
or
They're buying
40
10.
people that are connected to Stardom Chance that are buying 5 or 10, right?
Yeah.
So that's going to be
And-
3, 4, 500 that are gone right there.
And we sold 4,000, give or take, MMACs in 12 hours.
Yes.
And that was just us.
Yes.
I look at that math and I start sweating, about being able to like get on the A list. I mean, so to me, this is the safe bet.
Well, the NFT guys have committed to at least 1,500, but they believe they'll move about 2,500 of them, right?
Yeah.
So they believe that they can move about
Yeah.
a third of all the ones that will be on to their community of 55,000. There's
Mhm.
another community which we'll be talking about that's coming up. They believe another 500 to 1,000 that they can move, maybe 1,500 there too. So just between those communities, we could be at between 2,000 and 4,000 of the 7, and that's not the Byrons and the CCs and
yeah, it's fascinating. Two extra real quick. Yesterday, Dawn and we were all on a Zoom, and Dawn's breaking down the elements of these NFTs, and I mean, it's crazy to think of what will happen when the computer does it, because I have limited what you see now. I've created, and I'm layering with what I have, but this is going to break it down to, Jack Sparrow's sash around his waist could end up on, whatever. It's going to be really fun. And to watch Dawn break those all apart and realize that all of that is going to fall into this system that just mixes it all up, it will be fun. Which leads me to that reveal party on the 23rd of July. And the people that are promoting this project, they're going to want to come to the reveal party as well. So this could be like A-lister reveal party in essence, because I mean, Byron Scott's gonna be like, oh, I want to see what mine looks like, so it will be really fun, because again, the reveal parties are traditionally sort of a community thing, so it's just us, and this is bigger than us, guys. It's bigger than us, so it's very, very fun, and I'm super excited to see how it blossoms. And I'm impressed as all get out with the Start of Chance team and what they're doing in the film industry and what they're going to do to reinvent that whole process and their objective and goal. And they're so committed to giving people opportunities to experience all types of things within this industry. And this NFT is certainly one way to step into that and to see, because maybe I think I don't want to be an actor or in a film, but if I want a speaking role, maybe I get on there and went, wait a second, I'm a diva, damn it. Can I say damn it? Okay. And I go, oh, yeah, I'm this. Like, I quit, you guys. I'm going to Hollywood. So, you don't know, right?
You're close
know.
too. You're only right down the road from you. You don't even have to travel that far to go to Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
So the movies are going to be filmed in Kentucky, but that's the side.
I know. But it is really fun. So you guys, it's getting folks who have never experienced or gotten into the digital asset space. They're instantly a part of the digital asset space when they own an NFT by default, even though they're really coming in for the perks of the Startup Chance Guild, because they want to experience these A-list benefits, or potentially be on set or go to a wrap party or whatever it is that is appealing to them. And all of a sudden we've also ushered them into the blockchain space, which gets them into the future of, and you spoke to that briefly, Peter, just saying this is a very easy way to ease folks into the blockchain space, which is one of our primary goals here. Is getting people in a safe and easy fashion so that they too can experience everything that blockchain and cryptocurrency is going to bring to everyone's future. So that's all I got.
Awesome. So I saw some questions in there about limits. We did put a limit of 10 each to each wallet.
Yeah.
trying to make it to where everybody could get some. But I think at this point, everybody's had a chance that want to get involved to buy. So if you wanted to do another group of them, you could. That's not a problem there. Let's talk about real quick the type of films that this is going to go in. So Stardom is going to be producing lower budget, $500,000, $750,000 films. However, Posterity Films, which is based out of the UK, their average budget for the films they do are about £3.5 million, so about $5 million per film that they put into them. Everyone has a major actor that's involved with it. So there's none that doesn't have an A-list actor that's going to be in the films. It's the same with the Stardom ones. There will always be major talent that's in the film. It's part of the process of getting the distribution for international and that type of stuff. So you're talking about being able to go, yes, I was in a film with Jessica Alba or with this person or, so much. And we have the list of all the different stars that are there. So it's not just being in a film, it's getting an IMDb posting for the person that's in the film, and it shows the other stars that they've been in the film with. It's the potential for the SAG card. It's all of that comes with this side of it. So when you look at it from a value perspective, I believe it's in the thousands of dollars, right? That the value of what this can provide. I was actually talking about, so guys, I don't know if you guys know, I made an animated movie. At some point, we're going to come back and finish it. It's a kid's movie. And so I hired a consultant to open up doors for me in Hollywood. Okay. His name was Jimmy Spitz. Sadly enough, I found out he passed away recently, a few years ago. But a powerhouse in Hollywood. He was the one who found Ghostbusters and brought it in, and so many iconic films that we know about that he was involved with and stuff. So he said, yeah, I can open up the doors for you in Hollywood. And I said, what does that take? It was a minimum of, it was 10 grand a month for 3-month minimum, $30,000 for him just to set up about 1 or 2 meetings a month. And I paid that, right? I paid 30 grand just to be able to have some meetings and put it together. So and this was a while ago, right? This wasn't like 6 weeks ago, right? This was back when $30,000 was a lot of money. So, today that'd probably be 100 grand, right? In order to make that same type of stuff happen. And then there were some other people that were getting compensated along the way. So this idea of access has a huge value to it. I want you guys to understand the idea of access, the utility of this NFT is access to the film industry. Some of the things that we're going to do is, because of the power of community, 10,000 people, we'll take a few dollars from each one and we'll put it towards getting a major director or a high ranking director to do a class on to being a director of filmmaking. And that content will only be available to the NFT holders, right? For free. And we'll get actors that'll come in and do workshops on acting. We'll get producers to come in and do workshops on this. There's a whole virtual studio that's already in the process of being built that will be put into several metaverses. I don't know if we know anybody who has metaverses to put studios in, but we might be able to make something like that happen where there'll be a virtual studio where people will be able to come in and experience it. These NFTs will be an open door pass to get into the studio and have access to all of the benefits of those virtual studios. There'll be other people that will be able to pay to come into the studio and do other things, but this will be your pass. This is your, ongoing ticket to be able to get in there. Now, I'll speculate a little bit here. Let's say that we get a major director that usually charges tens of thousands of dollars to do any type of class or training. He comes in because he's working on one of the films and says, yeah, well, I'm here, I'll do it. And all of a sudden there's a class that would be thousands of dollars, but yet you're able to come in there and get it. The content you're going to get, whether it's soundtracks to these movies, the movies themselves, right? You're going to get that stuff, whether it's $5 or $6, $10 for a download, you're going to get that for free by being part of the Stardom Chance, right? These are all the different benefits that are there and that are a part of it. Let's say that Stardom Chance has its first home run film, right? What's the one where they ran around with the video camera in the woods, the scary one? It becomes an iconic film. Blair Witch. So those, at some point you would go, hey, let's auction off the props for this movie. Well, guess what? First right of refusal for those auctions will be who? The NFT holders, right? This is what we're talking about, guys. True access, true front of the line. It's kind of like we all see it, right? And you just want to go like key their car when it happens. You're standing in line for something, and then Johnny and Susie walk up, and the guy moves the velvet ropes and lets them right in. And you're like, well, frick, I've been standing in this line for 2 frickin' hours. And why do they get to get in? Because they know somebody. They have special privileges. They have special access. They're wealthy or family or whatever. This is going to make you one of those people that everybody else. So if you've ever wanted to have your car keyed, just buy an NFT and people will be jealous of you and they'll probably key your car, right? Now, I don't know if that's any goal of anybody else's out there, but maybe I'm the only one that's strange like that, right? That wants people to be jealous of me because I'm like at the front of the line, right?
Am I supposed to put that on the list of benefits or risks? I don't know. I'm just asking for a friend.
That's asking for a friend. Exactly. So anyway, guys, let's see. Do we have any other updates, guys? Dawn, do you have a?
Yeah, I have a really quick update. So the staking contract we've been working on, it was audited, as you know, last week it passed. So the blockchain devs have had that in their hands. They actually have been moving all the users, all the tokens from the old contract to this new contract. So it took a while, but I'm going to have a contract tomorrow uploaded on testnet that I can actually test. And once that goes through okay, and I can verify that the contents are the same from the old, what I saw in my own account to the new, and it's all good, then they'll make it live on mainnet. So we should have staking again this week.
All right. Excellent. We will be back up and running. By the way, guys, if there's any questions, you guys can throw them in the chat. This is or Q&A. This is an AMA. So we'll answer any questions that anybody has. Other than that, guys, I think that's it for this week. We're excited about Star Babies. We're excited about our new Reveal partnership that we've got going, extremely well connected in the space. And we're excited about, all the other projects and all the other things that we're working on. And the market's been good the last couple of days, right? I mean, it's wow for the people that cost averaged in and bought some of these things when they were down. You're on the road to recovery, right? You're on the road to be there. Will there be more ups and downs? Possibly. But again, you've got to look at this. And I think the biggest question that you need to ask yourself and figure out is, do I believe that the blockchain is Web 3.0? And is it going to revolutionize the world like the regular internet has? And if so, think of it as in it's 2000. The market just crashed. Do you hold what you already have and buy more, or do you leave? Somebody showed me an article and it was in 2000 and it said millions leaving the internet, right? That was the headline, right? Millions of people were leaving the internet in 2000 and kind of giving up on it. I don't know if actually whoever predicted that or wrote that story probably is on the unemployment line right now. And they've been on the unemployment line for like the last 20 years, right? Because it was very evident very shortly after the bubble popped that the internet was here to stay, right? That we were going to be using it for a Zoom meeting just like this. And that people would be ordering on Amazon. How many packages, I'm going to ask you guys a question. How many packages today do you think were delivered by Amazon today just in the United States? I mean, just think about it, right? There was a time when people thought the internet was over with. There were people that we all had the chance. We were all using it at that time to say, oh my God, there's this amazing opportunity. Everyone else has just left the space. Oh my goodness, maybe I need to get to the front of the line now. But most of us didn't, right? We just started using it and we started benefiting from it, and the value was created. The utility of the internet was not necessarily there when it first launched, right? 95, 94. I got to tell you guys, shopping online in 1995, 96, terrible, right? Absolutely terrible. Doing anything, just getting on the internet, okay? I mean, seriously, how many memes are there of and it would take you 10 minutes to log in, and then the page would load line by line by line by line. You would literally start your internet, go and use the restroom, you know what I mean? You probably constipated, so it took a little longer, come back and you just finally got online, right? Boom, you're ready to go, okay? So now, here we go. Now you're gonna load a page. So you click on the website you want. First of all, you had to know the address because there was no search, right? So you had to know the address. So you had to put it in. You put it in, and then you would say, oh, wow, I forgot to wash the car. So you'd start the page. You'd go out and wash your entire car, right? Scrub it down, clean it up. Then you'd come in, and about the time you came in, the page, right, would be finally up there. Then you think, wait a minute, I don't need the front page. I need an internal page. And now you're going to have to go to another page, and it was going to have to load again, right? That's what became what we're using today. That created people that are well worth over $100 billion today. Millionaires and billionaires, hosts of them. That was the early stages of it. And we look at blockchain and we look at where it's at right now, and we see market fluctuations, and we see, you know, Luna, and we see the scam artists in it. And we don't think back to where was the internet when people like Jeff Bezos said, this is going to be big. I'm going to start a company named after a freaking river. Okay. If you would have sat down with me as a business consultant and said, listen, I have a shopping site. It's for books. I'm going to name it after a river. I would have said, what the hell is wrong with you? You should call it like Books and More, right? Or Books Online, or, you know, I got to get a book, right? Something that had books. And no, he said, I'm going to do it on this thing, the internet. You got to use dial-up. Oh, but wait a minute. High-speed internet's going to come. What are you talking about, high-speed internet? There's no such thing as high-speed internet. You can't download movies in seconds and games and all this stuff. There's no freaking way. That doesn't exist right now. It didn't exist. The people that pioneered it and looked at it, they made it possible for what we're doing today. And they got rich doing it. So now let's look at blockchain. Right now, blockchain looking a little sketchy, right? It was up to 3 trillion. It went down to like 800 and something billion dollar market cap. There's a lot of con projects. There's a lot of bad projects. By the way, guys, in the internet, there are con projects and there were fake projects, and there were people who just started companies and raised gazillions of dollars and partied with it and did all kinds of crazy stuff, bought Ferraris and homes and all the same stuff, right? And a matter of fact, my son works at Target during the summer times when he's not in college, and people come in all the time. And they go, we want to buy $2,000 worth of gift cards. And they're usually older people. And they go, well, what are you doing with these gift cards? Oh, well, my grandson is stuck in Puerto Rico right now, and he needs money to get home. And then they go, well, ma'am, it's not your grandson. It's a scam artist. How dare you tell me I don't know the voice of my grandson? I know it's my grandson. And then 3 days later, that lady's back in there at the customer service desk asking if she can get a refund on her gift cards because it was a scam artist, right, guys? So it still exists on the internet, but the internet is still an opportunity, right? Guys, this is, I believe, the best opportunity. If you've sat there and said, look, I haven't made the fortune I wanted to make before, but you can't do it tickling the ivory, right? You can't do it just at the piano. You've got to go in and play like Beethoven, right? You've got to commit if you want this to be the opportunity that changed your life, just the same as if it's in the internet days, right? or 2008, real estate busts, right? If you bought one home for a great deal, maybe you made a little bit of money right now, right? But if you were one of the people that said, wait a minute, real estate's going to recover, and they bought 20 homes or 30 homes or 40 or 50 homes, you would be wealthy. If you play with something, you have the opportunity to benefit from it, but not in the way if you commit to what you're doing. A committed community that comes together for a common purpose can create massive wealth. I still believe that together we can create $1 trillion worth of wealth, guys. I truly believe we can create $1 trillion worth of wealth working together through this space, blockchain. We just need to decide, is the Nexus ecosystem, are we going to be the community that stands up and says we're committed to it because we see the future, we're going to stay committed to it, we're going to continue to drive, continue to move forward, and we're going to make it happen. We're not going to wish it to happen. We're not going to want it to happen. We are going to make it happen. That is the community that I want to be a part of. And guess what? So does Otherverse, so does Move On Network, so does Stardom Chance, so does Reveal, right? These are partners that are coming and saying, we love what you guys are doing. We want to be a part of it. So thank you, everybody, for joining us today. Amazing. We have one question in here. How is the unstaking going of this app? Okay, so guys, that'll be as Dawn updated already. Maybe you put the question in after Dawn had updated it already. Once the staking is done and it's running, then anybody can unstake. They're transferring the data from the old contract to the new contract. Once it's on the new contract, you can unstake it. Will probably be this week. Technology, you never know. So very shortly, you will be able to unstake. All right. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us today. Amazing. Thank you. Everybody have a great day. Go get your star, baby, and be a star.